Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nearly 90's. I am your host, Bryce. With me is my lovable co-host, Jonah.
Hey everyone.
And it's been a minute. Hello, everyone. But we do have. I just figured we'll go through the list of our topics, what we're going to be going through. I figured I could show you the Rebel Moon stuff because it's kind of interesting.
I still don't even know what Rebel Moon is. I know the majority of our topics. There's a lot of Spider-Man to talk about.
Yeah,
if you wanna...
it's very Spider-Man themed. So, and this is like the only kind of news. I mean, I guess we could kind of put Spider-Man 2 into the news, but But yeah, so let me pull this up. It's kind of interesting. So, Zack Snyder, he's now with Netflix. He made, what was that zombie movie he made?
It's Army of the Dead, right?
Yeah, Army of the Dead. So he liked working with them, and he pitched his idea for like an anime-inspired Star Wars kind of epic that he wants to tell. That's like in space.
Okay, I don't follow what the vision or any backstory of that is. It's entirely original, apparently.
It's. I mean, I forget what he's taking the inspiration of. Like, it doesn't really say. I remember him saying it once before, but like, the main protagonist,
like some Jupiter Ascending.
Like, I mean,
Channing Tatum.
Look at the main antagonist. Her name is Fra Fee.
Oh, that actually looks like a familiar. Wait, no, that's original art, right? That's not the inspiration of another character. That looks
I'm pretty sure.
Looks like some shit from Diablo or like kind of like a dark elf from those Thor movies.
Yeah, that's kind of it seems like
maybe.
So the main antagonist is none other than Regun Balarcius, who became ruler of the galaxy by slaying the previous king.
I don't know. When's the last time original, what do you call them? Not just a standard sci-fi space opera. When's the last time an original space opera has actually become a pop culture hit other than Guardians of the Galaxy?
I really hope they don't try and like mess with it and try and make it Guardians of the Galaxy either, because like it seems like he's doing something very original here. What's the main character's name is Kai, and he's, I guess, like a mercenary or something.
So he's Riddick?
I think so. I don't know. It's played.
I just keep thinking back and forth of the only pop culture. I think of like Riddick. I think of Valerian, that really poorly received movie. I think of was it Jupiter Ascending with Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum?
Dude, that movie was bad. That movie was so bad. Oh, but yeah. Do you know who Charlie Hunnam is?
I'd have to see.
That's the actor's name.
Oh, the guy from King Arthur, Legend of the Sword?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's going to be the main character.
I don't know why that's the first movie that came to mind. He's in so many better films, and he's a really good actor. I just remember him in King Arthur.
You want to know what the funny thing is? Who is best known for his roles in King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. And then it says Sword, Triple Frontier, and then The Gentleman.
I like him in The Gentleman.
I've never seen that.
That's a really good movie.
Heard. I'll have to watch that one.
He's also, I think, the most common fan cast is Green Arrow. It's like a constant like fan art of him as Green Arrow.
I remember seeing those. And then they got Ray Fisher back. Zack Snyder got Ray Fisher, Cyborg from Justice League.
Huh.
That
was a really good cast for that movie, despite the movie being
right.
Garbage.
Like, and I think Ray Fisher, I felt did like the best acting throughout all that. Yeah. Like, I don't know about you, but honestly, he was one of my favorite actors in it.
That man looked out, man. I don't even think he was in a single movie
No.
till Justice League. I think he did some TV drama, but that was his first Hollywood debut. Just cause the hunch of, well, not hunch, but he just looked like Cyborg, so they
Right.
casted him.
Right, dude. And now, dude, you got to see him. He looks badass. He's got like dreads and shit.
Yeah, I've never seen him with any other style other than like kind of the vanilla Cyborg short haircut.
Right. So, dude, I'm excited to see him again. He looks ripped as hell too. So, I mean, I'm kind of just excited to see what this movie's gonna be about because there's not a lot they tell you about yet. So, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for like a trailer.
Yeah, because like, is it apocalyptic? Is it dark? Is it bright and flashy?
I'm
colorful?
assuming it's probably gonna have some like kind of dark elements, considering what Zack Snyder's done in the past.
Or like a dark Warhammer 40K type universe, if you know what that is.
No, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Warhammer is?
No.
Warhammer is like a D&D type role play where it originally was like full-on fantasy, and then 40K is the version of it where it's, I believe, like the 40K means like the future 40,000 years in the future of the Warhammer world, where now it's cosmic.
Wild.
And now there's like space soldiers, like I think they're just called like the 40K Space Marines, and all the other fantasy creatures and shit still exist with variations of them.
Dope.
But they're just branched out into the cosmos, and I could be super wrong about that. 40K is it's a very passionate, huge community. So anyone who knows 40K, who knows that I'm getting shit wrong, it's like bringing up. It's one of those franchises, you bring something up, you're like, oh God, no matter what I say, I'm gonna get something wrong. And so anyone who knows it's gonna attack me.
We'll get the comments, but it'll be fine. Don't worry. But yeah, so I mean that's all I have on Rebel Moon. We'll wait to see if a trailer is good. But speaking of trailers, Craven came out, and by golly, what the fuck is Quicksilver doing?
What is the point? Obviously, I do know what the point is. The point is they were too far into production, so they had to attempt to just make this movie to get their investment back before just being done making spin-offs, because I don't think they're making any more after this. I think after the...
I hope so.
I think after the Morbius bomb, it was, okay, spin-offs aren't going to be a thing anymore, but we're too deep into Craven, so we just have to make it.
Right. And I'm going to be honest. I would rather see, what's his name? The dad?
You want Russell Crowe to be...
I want Russell Crowe to be Craven, man.
I think Russell Crowe is just too old at this point.
I know, and that's what sucks.
He's just not going to be the actor to get in shape for the role anymore.
Right.
No, at this point, he's just like a pass the torch. I used to be the badass type character now.
I know, and I would rather see him, or I don't know, like... Could you see fucking, what's his name? Fucking Kick-Ass trying to do the Craven the Hunter voice?
He doesn't really do it. At some points in the trailer, he's like sort of like leaking an accent out, but not much.
Right. It's kind of like the shit he was doing with fucking Age of Ultron.
I think the worst of it, like, sure, the movie itself doesn't look good, but I think the biggest, like, what the fuck, just laziness of it is the lion blood.
Yeah. I think that was stupid.
That was the most lazy, and I'm pretty sure in the comics, Craven at times is superhuman, but it's because of like jungle gypsy potions and shit.
Yeah.
I think the majority of it though is his skill, and that's what makes him unique.
That's the thing, is like he was just a man that hunted every single animal.
He's like the peak human. Like pushing himself to the limits to fight.
He's pretty much Batman hunting animals.
Yeah. He's the exotic Batman.
He's the exotic Batman, yes. But I don't know, what was there a villain?
Oh no, there is gonna be villains, because it's like the whole animal morphed creatures, like Rhino's gonna be in it.
Oh yeah.
Instead of, also again, not the same Rhino from the comics at all. It's like a Russian scientist who gives himself an injection, which I'm pretty sure Rhino in the comics is like just a Russian nimwit who's like the test subject. And like there's scientists who give him it, but like I'm pretty sure Rhino's just supposed to be a moron.
Yeah.
Who's just like along for the ride and gets the injection. But it's like the actual scientist who makes it is Rhino in this.
That's weird. Cause like, is he then gonna be just dumb now once he becomes the Rhino, or is he gonna have the intelligence?
I don't think they're gonna give a fuck. I think it's just gonna be he takes it and he's just the same guy as like a big CGI Rhino. And also, I don't expect them to ever do the actual Rhino suit in the movies, just because it's such a goofy concept. Because in the comics, the suit is like, it's like explained as an organic suit wrapped around his body.
Yeah.
Not like he becomes morphed in like a Rhino man. It is still like he is just a human underneath a weird flesh suit that gives him powers.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like he got concrete splatted on him and a horn.
Yeah, it's like a weird, just organic suit that won't come off.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like Scorpion from Spider-Man, to be honest, but not really.
It's goofy. I don't expect them to ever do that in its original form, but at least, I mean, I'd take at least just mutant Rhino over robot Rhino, because that's such a lazy out for modern movies and comics, is just make it a robot.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind how they did it in the Ultimate Comics, but I don't think they could do it right on film.
No. As long as you don't get like the weird quadruped robot one from Amazing Spider-Man with machine guns and rockets and Paul Giamatti.
I am the Rhino.
Paul Giamatti pissy.
Dude, what was he in that movie? He had such a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so do you think they're going to put Spider-Man in this movie?
In Craven? No. No, not at all.
That's so just like, why?
Also, they do like one little throwaway thing where it's like an implication that he encounters the spiders that give Spider-Man his powers in the trailer, where there's like a bunch of spiders coming down.
Oh, yeah.
It's either like a throwaway, those are just normal spiders, or they're implying that he's seen the spiders that give him his powers, and in that case, there's a fucking forest of them.
Wait. No,
No, that'd be terrible. That would be absolutely awful.
No, 'cause think about if they just get out into think about how many people just become Spider-Man.
This is not a canon event.
Oh, no, we can't. No, I can't. My fear of spiders will not let. I will piss myself in the theaters watching that movie, but that's besides the point. If I'll ever watch it is the real question.
In conclusion, that it's gonna be another Morbius. It's gonna be.
I don't even think I saw Morbius.
Did you not see Morbius?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, it's the most like cut and dry. Not that it's bad. Which, first of all, I know it is bad. It's so weird to kind of explain this. It's just the most generic movie you've ever seen in your life. It is the most, I am the struggling hero, here is the villain, I need to fight the villain, I fight the villain, I defeated the villain. It's literally like bam, 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 bam. It's literally like they, in school when they try to teach you how film works, and they give you the little mountain peak with the building rising action climax and the decline. It's like the most generic. They just followed that of all time.
Golly, Come on, guys.
Even like the final fight scene, you're just like, I need to stop him. He stops him in like 2 minutes, and then it's just over.
Wow.
There's no real like struggle of any kind. He just beats him.
That's so stupid. Golly. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see that movie. Because I would rather a movie be really bad than to just be okay.
It's the most okay generic movie to fall asleep to.
Golly, I couldn't. I would not let myself fall asleep to that movie. I would have to.
It's not enjoyably bad. That's the worst crime.
Right? Yeah, that's the worst crime a movie can be, is just okay.
Mid, as people
just
call it now.
Mid. All right, let's I feel like we should move on to Spider-Man 2. So you've seen all the full game. You've seen the full gameplay stuff, right?
Yeah, I've seen the demo with the new symbiote and like the swapping places.
Dude, I dig it. I'm loving the look of the suit. I like how it's like slimy but still armory at the same time.
Yeah, how it looks like it's like plated. But
Yeah.
then there's all the different areas where it's like you can still almost like if you were to zoom in, you could see the symbiote kind of squirming around
Yeah.
in parts. I was surprised when the gameplay started that he straight up uses the tendrils in his combat, because usually whenever you see Black Suit Spider-Man, it's like, sure, it's implied like he's got a boost in strength and he's pissier, but like he's straight up just using the symbiote.
So this, I believe it's something they're actually taking from Web of Shadows. Do you remember that game?
I played it as a kid. I couldn't.
So that
tell you
was
if I remember
like
all
a
of it.
thing that you could do, is you could like throw your tendrils out and like fuck up people as Black Suit Spider-Man. And really fun game, and I'm glad they're incorporating that aspect into it. And I love how he just throws a person up against a wall and just kicks him right in the nads just like 100 times.
Also, his pissy nature in this new game, he's voiced by the same guy who voices Sasuke.
Dude,
and
I love it.
When he gets really mad, it's very obvious that it's Sasuke's voice.
It's so obvious, and it's almost it's, what is the word I'm looking for? It's
so-
almost over exaggerated.
It's borderline very over exaggerated.
And I think what they're trying to do is like harken back to the 90s,
Where he's pissy when he's fighting Shocker and
he's
all
like, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. Yeah, and all that shit. Dude, so that's what I think the vibe they're trying to get there. And, all right, the lizard, though.
I don't know if he's going to be relevant. I don't think he is. I think he's just a villain caught in the crossfires during the Black Suit era.
I think so, too, but I love that he, like, kind of goes through stages and gets bigger.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Spider-Gwen, like the Spider-Gwen comics. How he's kind of way more like dinosaur-y, a lot larger, the Peter Parker version.
Right. And, oh, dude, I can't wait to see that. Venom's going to be in the game.
And it's very obvious who it is. They try to keep it a secret, even though the end credit scene to Spider-Man 1 is like it's Harry.
It's Harry.
Why did they make a marketing campaign of Venom?
I found it funny that I was watching one of the creators or whatever. He was asked like a question. He was like, "So, are you going to be using Harry Osborn or whatever as Venom in this?" And he's like, "Well, we're going to be taking a very different approach to Venom in this game."
Yeah, it's
like,
Harry. Yeah.
Just say it already. Come on.
It's not complicated. We all know. You told us.
Right? And I don't know how I feel about it, cuz like they're just taking it from fucking Ultimate Spider-Man the TV show.
I think it's just for the convenience of the plot to not add Eddie Brock. Harry hasn't been used yet.
I get it.
It's just convenient.
I get it, and like they're setting it up because he's sick or whatever from whatever disease he has. Did they?
I don't think they imply Goblin disease.
Yeah.
In this.
I don't know, but so we have to get the Green Goblin in this movie too, or movie game too, right?
I don't think.
Or would that be the third game?
I feel like that'd be a third. I don't think they have space for Green Goblin yet, and if they do, it's gonna be at the very tail end if they do it.
Yeah. See, because like, I feel they're trying to almost what they did with the first game, where they kind of like focused on Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
As like, oh, he's gonna be the main villain, but then it's gonna be Green Goblin who's the main villain.
I suppose it depends how much time like Lizard and the other villains have, because they could be the ones that take up the time.
I guess
and
you're
then
right.
It's Venom at the end, or like depends on how long they harp on Peter having the suit for.
Yeah, it's tough because why I always see like a time gap between when Spider-Man loses the symbiote and when Eddie gets it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it shouldn't happen right away.
But for the sake of just plot convenience, it always does.
I know.
For, like, shorter form content.
Right. Like, they did it for Spider-Man 3. They did it for the 90s show. Like, legitimately, right after Peter lost the costume, it fell right onto Eddie down below, and then he became Venom. I can't remember. I think he does come back, like the next episode is just Venom. But, so... I hope the plot isn't too bloated, you know?
Yeah.
With what they're trying to do.
too many juggling pieces.
Yeah. I mean, they're also probably gonna have the side story of what was the Yuri?
Oh, the reporter?
No, what was the police officer?
No, that was. Oh no, yeah, you're right. I kept thinking she was a reporter. Yeah, the officer.
Yeah.
What about her though?
Because I believe she was shown in the
If you're talking
like the
about
map. Craven's also in the game, bro.
Oh yeah,
Craven's also in the game.
I totally forgot about that. Not gonna lie, we were all focused on Venom. It's gonna be Venom and Craven. Yeah,
It's gonna be Venom and Craven.
No Green Goblin.
Yeah, no, Craven's gonna be or it's gonna, nah, I'm joking. They're not gonna throw a curveball at us, but
no.
Yeah, no, I think what they're doing is instead of having like a main villain like Dr. Octopus or whatever, they're gonna do a bunch more villains and then don't focus on them all too much, which I'm fine with because like we know the characters, like they not gonna change too much, but it's gonna be nice to know Dr. Connors a little bit before he turns into Lizard and all that stuff. So
yeah, and then there's probably not going to be any other side villains unless they're animal themed for the sake of like Craven and
I'm
the
pretty
Hunt.
sure.
Yeah,
because I think that's one of the things is like he's going through and he wants to stop like Venom and Spider-Man and like that's what Craven's doing, and that's why I brought up Yuri or the police officer, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She's like marked on the list as like
I don't know.
To fight.
I don't know why. I mean, she's not like a combative.
Or she's not animal themed. Is she animal themed as a villain or whatever she is?
No, I think it's just they just pulled up a list of characters from the games. Honestly.
I think so, but I don't. It should be cool to see.
They pull up Stan Lee as a target.
What about, we haven't really talked about the gameplay too much.
I think it's going to be fine. They've made 2 games so far that as long as you don't stray from the path.
Apparently, you're going to be like switching between Peter and Miles like mid-story too, so that's going to be cool. They expanded the map. You get like Brooklyn's, Queens.
It's everything from Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and then I think another island added.
Okay.
I think that's how it's going.
Okay, that's cool. I haven't actually played Miles Morales yet.
I haven't played it either. I don't think there's anything wild that connects it to Spider-Man 2. I think it's kind of Miles' own like subplot.
Right, it's kind of like...
Other than there's some spoiler stuff with like his family and like characters like all surrounding him.
Right, like they do like stuff with the Prowler and stuff like that. But
other than that, it's not like what his story was in his game is not affecting Peter really.
Yeah, I kind of figured like doesn't he just like Peter's like, oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna be out of town.
Even like the actual story of it. Gosh, I'm trying to remember now. It's not even an additional map really. It's just the Manhattan recycled with Brooklyn, I think.
Wild. Oh well, I'll definitely I'll have to play the game though.
It's kind of a glorified DLC, but
that's what I kind of thought. It was kind of like, it's almost like how Shattered Dimensions or the Spider-Man game Shattered Dimensions. Have you played that one?
I've played like the majority of the ones on like the Wii as a kid.
Edge of Time. Have you played that one?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Edge of Time is like just an enormous DLC to Shattered Dimensions. That's how I feel. So it's kind of like the same thing with Miles Morales, and
yeah.
That's kind of the same vibe I'm getting, but
you gotta go and play those games again. Maybe I can join you for a Let's Play.
Dude,
do commentary.
Yeah, you'll have to come through. I'm going through all the games.
I mean, hell, just make it like a Game Grumps. You ever see their content? They just play like they pick a game, make it into like 10-minute long episodes. They literally just chill and talk over it, and then they just release all their episodes like that.
I feel like I know. Maybe I feel like I've watched someone who does something like that, but not the same person you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a pretty popular thing that started in the 2010s of like, let's just play through a game and just chill and talk during it.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest though. Can I talk about just Spider-Man games in general?
Yeah,
real
go for
quick.
it.
Yo, the first two games, for the PlayStation, are fucking hard because the mechanics of the time just limit how you play the game. And I just get pissed off at the game.
Yeah, that's the thing about retro gaming is, I have a big collection of retro games, and like you're like, oh, I want to play this. It's regarded as a classic. I can't wait to play it. Then you sit down and you're like, holy fuck,
dude!
I can't get past this shit.
Dude, there was one level I died 40 fucking times in one level itself.
Try to play like NES games. I'm a little too bold for that. Those are like the ones that are you picked one as a kid to beat as your childhood goal.
You gotta play what are they? The Kiss of Death games. What is the fucking logo? LJN.
LJN. Oh,
have you ever played any of the LJN games?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like they did a lot of the movie games for the NES, and like
you should play the old Spider-Man plug and play.
I used to have that as a kid. Fun.
I loved that.
How would you even capture the gameplay of that?
I mean, it's just the standard colored cables. Couldn't you just like get a splitter and revert it with a capture card?
Well, yeah, I figured that, but like, see, I have like an HDMI capture card.
Yeah, you could just put the HDMI into some kind of a converter into a splitter.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do the same thing I do with my PlayStation. Heard.
For sure. I mean, I got an Elgato down there that I rarely use, so...
Dude, I've been trying to... I got an Elgato, just don't know what to do with it. Like, tried plugging it in, figuring out OBS, couldn't figure it out.
Honestly, at this point in time, unless I eventually move and have a place where I could dedicate to just the retro capture area, like... At some point in my life, when I get a house, I want a basement with multiple spaces I can just do for multiple things.
Right.
And I would just dedicate a spot to a couch, 2 mics like this up against the couch, with like an Elgato with the shit and a computer nearby, and just chill and record and do shit like that.
That'd be fun.
But right here, it's connected to my PC, which is already so fucking elaborate. Right now, obviously, no one who's listening can see, but my fucking office is so goddamn not everywhere as in like a mess, but it's just such an elaborate setup.
Yeah,
and I do not see anywhere where I can just set up.
You gotta snake your way in here.
Yeah, I can't do a retro setup in here right now.
Nah, it's not possible. But yeah, sounds like you're gonna be the next angry video game nerd.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the title. I love his content. I grew up with it.
Oh, me too. Love his shit so much. I feel like, all right, we steered off topic.
Straight the path, yeah.
All right, what else should we say about Spider-Man 2?
Just hope it's good. Oh, did you see the collector's edition for the controllers and the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to get the shell so bad for the PS5.
My friend Ricky, he's like, yo,
controllers are out of stock.
He pre-ordered like the game PS5 altogether deal.
If the shell is still in stock pretty soon, like if it doesn't run out soon, maybe I'll get that while I have a chance. If not, it's whatever. But I love Venom as a character, so I love how they're harping so much on it. The fucking symbiote wrapping around the console.
I dig that. Yeah. One more thing. I think it's stupid. The web wings. I think web wings on Spider-Man gliding around looks so dumb to me.
Well, it originally wasn't even meant for use. It was a cosmetic look in the comics. He doesn't actually glide in the comics originally.
No, what it was actually it was just supposed to be for aerodynamics.
Yeah.
So like when he goes down, it would capture the air it would pocket under those things, slowing him down enough so he could like throw out another web and so there was kind of like science behind why he had armpit webbing.
Yeah.
I just hate how they're using it for him to like glide and shit now.
I don't mind it. It's kind of like a little not fan service, because I mean fan service would mean it probably would be something he does in the comics, but you know what I mean? It's like people have been saying, why doesn't he glide with them for years in the comics when he has them? Just like, okay, we make him glide with them now.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally, I'm not going to use the web wings. I will just swing normally. Spider-Man swings or skulks around on the buildings. That's what he does.
He does not fly.
He does not fly.
Or slightly glide.
No, sir. But yeah, that's it. Let's move on. All right. So, Across the Spider-Verse. It's been a minute since the movie's been out, but personally, I think I don't know if I like this one more than the first one, like Into the Spider-Verse, but it was a really good movie. I saw it twice.
I would see it twice if tickets weren't as expensive as they are.
Oh, yeah.
But the actual movie itself, everyone kept asking me if I liked it more than the first one, and I just told everyone I can't tell you until I see part 2.
Yep.
Because
it does leave you on a cliffhanger.
It's half a movie. It's a long movie, and it can be regarded as a full-length movie, but it's half a movie essentially.
Yeah,
it's great.
I feel you. I get what you mean there, and I feel that's kind of why like part of me like feels like overall just like reviewing it as a singular movie.
Yeah,
it's not gonna do as well because then you have to. You need the next movie to kind of figure out what happens. Yeah. And it's not like I don't like To Be Continued, but I feel like
if it has to happen, I mean, shit, the movie is already like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You can't do like 3 hours and the next one at like 52 minutes. You know?
No,
what I mean?
I get it. So, and I mean, hey, if you have the time to tell the shit you want to tell, which clearly they wanted to open up the floor to Gwen Stacy more and other Spider-Men. I don't know how I feel about the what was it, the Mumbattan
That
Spider-Man?
was one of my favorite ones.
I dig him. I love his hair, but like I don't know his design.
I love the Bengal, how he swings by shooting at the Bengal.
I like that, but like I don't know, I felt there needed to be a little bit more Spider-Man to it, you know?
I think he was like honestly one of my favorite variants in the whole movie.
I mean, I dug him. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying it was like I hated him as a character.
The suit just kind of fits the culture.
Yeah,
like they were trying to draw inspiration from it.
Here's the traffic. Here's traffic. Here's more traffic.
But here's where the British took all our stuff. The chai tea moment,
dude. Chai tea. Chai is tea. That was I believe the actor came up with that line.
I can see it. Dopender.
Yeah. I was like, I love that shit.
That is Dopender from Deadpool, right?
Yeah, yep. I love that dude. Frickin' I think my favorite character though was the Hobie Brown.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Spider-Punk. I didn't like him that much.
I dug him. I liked
He was fine. I don't think he was like, oh my god, he's so fucking funny and cool.
I think it was the nature of, that whole fuck everyone else kind of nature. And you do see him. Another thing, watching it a second time, when he's talking to Miles, he's like, yo, see this? Bet it doesn't do anything. Just pulls it out of like Miguel O'Hara's room.
Yeah.
What he's doing is he's creating another watch.
Yeah,
to give
I got that the first time watching.
I was like, I dug that.
And he even like says and implies like, it's easy to remake one of these, right? He's like, so whatever. Good. He'll just find a new one, and everyone's like, no, I can't. He's like, well, for me, I can. Just steals a bunch of shit to make it.
What did you think of? Oh, sorry if you guys heard that. What did you think of like? I don't know, because it's hard to talk about Miles' story, because it was kind of about him showing everyone, all the other Spider-Man, that he can be Spider-Man, I guess. Like, that's his whole arc throughout this, is like...
It's...
Even though they're going to tell you that you're different or whatever...
It's just like I think it's more like a breaking fate thing too. There's a personal thing there, but it's again like a pretty standard movie trope of like, it's not your fate to be this, but he's like, right. I can be this.
Right. The main line, but I'll bring it up in just a second. But the main line he says when Miguel O'Hara's on top of him,
do my own thing.
He's like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I like that line. It's not corny. It's like, it's simple, but it's sweet. It's short and sweet. Gets you to the point.
Do you think the breaking the universe with like the canon events, do you think that that's kind of restrictive for other movies that are like Marvel shit for the multiverse? They've been doing that pretty often in Marvel themed stuff when they do multiverse. I don't know if I dig it, because it's just like, who fucking cares if a character stays outside of their universe?
The thing that I find funny about it is Miguel O'Hara brings up that Miles is like an anomaly. He shouldn't have been Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All this stuff. It's not a canon event or whatever. Or this is a canon event and now it has to happen, whatever. He's technically like an anomaly himself, too. Like, he's not technically Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man of the future.
Yeah.
So there was already a Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's not an original. Maybe they'll make that a plot point
Which
later,
I think they will.
Because they deliberately ignore his origin. He just says, like, I'm Miguel O'Hara and I lead the Spider Society, basically.
Right, like... And I mean, I actually did, like, start going over, like, Miguel O'Hara, like, figuring out all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool storylines.
He's like a
he has.
vampire spider, basically.
Yeah. Which I didn't know until I looked into
You didn't
it.
know all that?
I didn't know that he had, like, the fangs. Like, I knew he had claws, but...
He's the original organic webbing Spider-Man.
And which I thought that was cool. Doesn't it, like... Does it come out of his...
No, I think it still comes out of his... I think it still comes out of the bottom.
I can't remember. But, all right.
He also has the cape that they do, like, one quick reference for.
Dude, I loved the red cape. I dug it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the blue and red, because do you know that his suit is actually supposed to be black and red?
In the original, it's
in the
supposed to be?
comics.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, so, like, even in, like, the comics, like, they reference it, like, oh, this guy in the black costume, we gotta stay away from him. So it's kind of like with Batman, how they shade him blue.
And then it just became a thing.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, kind of like Venom, how he started off kind of blue, but then they actually did go back to making him black.
So it's the same deal, and then I feel like Shattered Dimensions and...
They normalized it being blue.
They normalized it just being blue because...
There was deleted concept of the white suit for the movie, so who knows, they could bring that.
I think he will definitely get the... Considering with how... much they're probably going to switch up his costume. Like, Miles is probably going to get a new costume, considering his just got bashed at the end of this one.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to get a new costume. I do think they're going to do the 2099 new variant costume.
That'd be cool. I would love to see it.
I'd love that.
They already said that they're doing variants of Gwen.
Really?
For the movie, yeah. They said there's going to be multiple Gwens that you see in the next one.
That's going to be so cool. Are we going to see them all die?
Maybe it's like a compilation of like, yeah, you need to stop. Like, he warned you the first movie. It's like, you need to stop trying to be with Miles or this happens, and you just see a bunch of Gwen variants dying.
I would love to the pizza music from Spider-Man 2 just with that montage.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dude.
My favorite's the J. Jonah Jameson, where it's him wheeze laughing, and it's they edit it to be the pizza time music.
That's so good. Oh man. What else is there to say about this movie? I mean, Miguel O'Hara's the beefcake. Like, there's so much sexy fan art that can be made about that. Like, oh man, I can't wait. I've seen a couple already, and
it's insane.
It's wild. The memes that have come out because of canon events.
I loved his synthwave meme edit that people use for everything. It's when you actually get the baddie, you broke the canon event, and Miguel O'Hara comes through the multiverse.
I love the one where, because Tom Holland, or what's her name? His girlfriend Zendaya is in that movie, and she's getting kissed all up on the neck in the trailer. Yeah. You see Spider-Man like about to open up the door. Miguel O'Hara just grabs his hand, and then the music just happens.
Well, it's okay because Tom Holland's getting fucked in the ass in his newest show.
That is also another weird thing that I don't even know if we need to talk about.
No, not really. But you brought up the Zendaya thing.
I did. So now we're all right. Let's go into it.
No, we really don't.
The gays are mad that he isn't getting railed hard enough, and
maybe don't call them the gays. You're on a slippery slope, and one fart and you're knocked off that cliff.
I think we'll just move on. I know where I'm standing now.
Okay, wait. I mean, we don't have to make it a topic, but is there an actual like anger in the LGBTQ community of that?
Yes, there is.
Of Tom Holland having gay sex in a show?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they're saying he didn't like bring his A game. He didn't
They thought he wasn't fully immersed in the scene. They thought he was.
They thought.
They wanted it to be real.
Yeah, pretty like.
So essentially, they wanted him to like actually like get fucked in the ass. Like what do they call it? What do you call the actual acting when you just do it for real? I'm fucking drawing a blank. Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know, but that I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Hey, I
is
get
it
it.
just method act, I guess?
Method acting? I don't. I guess that's method acting, but
Method acting, he actually just becomes gay for his fans.
it's how real Hollywood movies do it.
Real Hollywood movie. Okay, Tom, you take man to the bathroom. And
Have you? No, I can't. We can't.
You're
We
about to
can't
go
go
down
into
the
the
rabbit
rabbit
hole.
hole. We can't go into the disaster artist movie.
That could be a whole episode in and of itself.
We-
The Room mixed with like the disaster artist movie.
Dude, we'll do that. I'm down.
I would love that.
Dude, I've
Seen both.
Right? I have two now. We'll next episode, guys. The Room/disaster artists. But yeah, so
And Barbenheimer. We need to talk about.
we got to talk about Barbenheimer too.
On Tuesday. I'm gonna see if I can get tickets for Tuesday because it's cheap movie night. And hear me out. We were going to go to Barbie, go drink at the bar. That's just a walk across,
Yep.
and then go watch Oppenheimer. So I mean, we can drink a little before Barbie too,
I'm down. Let's do it.
for sure.
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yes.
Let's
If
do
the
it.
tickets are good, it's been like week 3 now from when we're recording this right now. So
Yeah, no, let's do it. It's gonna be out of the theater soon, so.
no, I don't think they will. It's doing too well, I think.
Oh,
It's only been a
heard.
few. It's only been a few weeks, and they both have like 90+% on Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes.
shit.
Yeah, both of them
Nice. Yeah. No, we'll definitely do that. We'll do that Tuesday then.
for sure.
But to get back into Spider-Man, the last thing I did want to bring up is, do you remember Miles's vision with the spot in the movie?
Yeah,
So did you see all the dead Spider-Man in
I
the
did
in the
not
visions?
see all the dead Spider-Man.
So that's like apparently like
The fate of what happens.
the fate of what happens or whatever. So if apparently the theory is if Miles lets his dad die, then all the other Spider-Men will die because of it as well, or something
Okay.
like that. And so that's why Miles needs to break the canon event to save the rest of the
Because
Spider-Verse.
their fate is for the Spider Society to die, so he needs to break that fate.
Yeah.
Kind of. Also, it was kind of something I didn't think of until after watching the movie a bit later was that's not Miguel's universe.
No.
Is it? That the Spider Society's in? Because his is like again, like a dark, gritty synthwave 2099 future. It was like a
It
weird,
was.
like,
That-
it was like a weird future peaceful society
It was
metropolis.
no, but the weird thing is that was his.
Unless he's just allowed to live in this other universe as long as he wears a band as well.
I mean, I
And
guess,
he just has,
but like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, I genuinely think because like they're like, Honda was like, "Yo, we're making cars for the future," you know,
Yeah.
you know what they look like in 2099. So
Okay.
that's why I think that, and it is weird that it was just like legitly during the day.
Yeah, maybe that is just maybe it's just odd seeing 2099's world in the sunlight.
Because most of the time when you see it, it's just at night.
Yeah, it's like dark Blade Runner nighttime
Right.
shit.
I get it. So, I mean, that was the last thing I need to bring up. I mean, so what would you? Should we rate the movie?
I mean, again, I don't know until I see part 2 if I am gonna rate part 1. It's probably like a 9.
9.
9.
I would go with like a 8 or a 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a solid Spider-Man movie, and we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
We gotta wait another fucking 5 years for them to animate the next one, man.
No, they already started working on it. It's getting pushed, but not that far.
Dude,
Like 2024 maybe.
I know, but with like the writer's strike and everything
Oh
happening.
yeah, that's true. I don't think it's gonna last as that long, but I don't know. I'm waiting on the boys next season, and they refuse to release it till the strike ends.
Really?
Yeah,
Fucking A. Dude.
there's a lot of shit going on. I just went to fucking G Fest, the fucking Godzilla convention in
Yeah.
Chicago, and they had the guy who does the mocap for Godzilla there, and he was super chill. Met him, and he was like talking about, oh, I can't talk about upcoming projects, and he's like, because I'm on the side of the writers, and so I'm part of the strike.
Heard. Okay. I mean, I get it, and why wouldn't he be? Because like he's kind of part of that.
I mean, he's a mocap actor. I don't think he's the type of douchebag to be on the top to be like.
The funny thing is,
get over it.
Is with like mocap acting, it's different than like actual actors' contracts and stuff like that. Where apparently, I like on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, like the live action, whatever, where they had Johnny Knoxville and shit.
Thad Castle.
Yeah, apparently, like they were gonna be signed to like exclusive deals, and they're gonna be like made famous. They pretty much pitched them Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
As like you guys are gonna be this.
No, they were not.
No,
no, absolutely not.
Apparently, one time, like end of the day of shooting, everyone else got left. Shuttles and left. They were left there on set.
Oh my god.
And like just in their mocap suit, no one got them out of their shit, and like. They're like, oh, I guess we're just waiting for everyone to come back and pick us up. Like they apparently they didn't even get their own lunches either. Like so like I get it.
Yeah, no, but yeah, the writer's strike. Who knows when Spider-Man's gonna come out? I was gonna ask you at some point. That could probably be its own topic. I need context of what all the drama of Spider-Man Lotus is.
Do you want to talk about it right now?
I mean, we're not even at an hour. If you want to do one more Spider-Man topic.
Okay. All right, we're going into the bonus round hours, guys. So, oh man. So, a man decided he wanted to make a Spider-Man fan film. And oh god, there's so much controversy around this. And the big thing is he wanted to make a Spider-Man movie, and it started gaining a lot of traction.
Yeah,
like
as
John Watts, one of the directors of the Spider-Man movies, like even like went out on it on Twitter or whatever, and was like, "Yo, Spider-Man Lotus, this looks awesome. Good job, dude."
Which one did John Watts make? Was he a director?
Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming, all those Spider-Man movies.
All the MCU Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's big.
Yeah. So that dude hit him up. And so this movie was getting traction. Like people, like the first trailer got dropped and all this stuff, and people are like, "Oh my god, like the Green Goblin's gonna be in it now," and all this other stuff.
Or something I saw was gonna be in it.
And apparently there wasn't supposed to be any villains, all this other stuff. And then the big kicker came in. Apparently there was a guy that was doing it, like who was helping the main, not even the VFX guys. Again, that's another story on top of this.
Okay.
So there originally, when the guy, like the director, creator of the Spider-Man Lotus, when he was making it, he had a friend helping him.
Okay.
And once he started getting traction and like other stuff, kicked this guy to the side, completely forgot about him. So what this dude did, he was salty about it and leaked all of the main guy's messages and messages that all from like the actors had, and apparently they were like racist as hell.
God. The group chat leaked.
Like,
oh no,
it was
the group
bad.
Chat leaked.
Like it was horrible, and like eventually, like they had to come out and be like, "Yo, well, the main dude, I forget his name honestly, but he's like, I'm sorry guys, I don't want to." I don't want to put this fire out.
Did he make an apology video?
He didn't. I don't even know if he made an apology video. He was just like,
no,
I believe he said
apology video.
He said something like, "Yo, this is just how I talked, like in my hometown. This is just how, like, yeah, like, all right, dude, that's kind of fucked up." But so
is it not even like, not to say that humorously racist is better, but like, was it humorous in like a stupid, ironic zoomer way?
No, it was like
when someone
nasty,
does like a James
hate.
Gunn racist joke tweet, like
hate.
Oh God,
like some hardcore shit like that.
Okay.
So, and then it got leaked that the Spider-Man actor was also doing, as said, racist stuff. The Green Goblin actor said racist stuff, and like apparently the movie is still coming out. But then the visual effects artists all go off like step away from the project or whatever, and they give their story. They make a whole video about it, and they're like, yeah, this dude like just didn't pay us. Like we made all this stuff.
Did you say they were Fiverr workers?
I don't.
Or were
no,
they
were
contracted out, I guess?
Not even. So what happened? I forget what it was, but like wasn't paying like storyboard artists. Like he wasn't paying people because they thought they were doing it out of the kindness of their hearts to help this little old guy make a fan film. So
I mean, if you at least make like a terms and conditions prior being like, hey, if this gains traction and it makes money, then like I'll give you like X amount of percentage and just promise that to everyone. But I could see
listen,
it like
they were putting so much work into it, like they thought they were getting paid to, and you know, like there was a GoFundMe page, and it got like a shit ton of money. Like I don't know if it was over 100,000, but they got a lot of money to make this movie. So by that standard, he should be paying people and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, when you do a GoFundMe and you get the money for it, that's what it goes into.
Exactly.
The pay for the workers to make the work.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, where'd the money go? Did he do personal costume and set design stuff maybe and pour it all into that?
I'm assuming the Spider-Man costume looked pretty badass, so.
Yeah, because I was going to say, unless he went out of his way to use that said money to make like his own costumes and stuff that cost monetary.
Yeah, I also could be wrong on the set amount of money he had, though, because like I don't know if it was like, but it was a lot of money that he got.
Yeah.
And then I just don't know. I don't know where it went. It's definitely something to look into, though. Like, I mean, I gave you like a very abridged version of it.
Yeah.
But you go on YouTube and you can find a full story. And definitely, if you guys are interested, go and find out more about this. It's funny, kinda, not really. It's kind of bad. I wouldn't go out and like try and bash the Spider-Man Lotus dude because of it, or like don't fuel the fire, don't do any of that stuff, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it just came to mind because really recently on Instagram, I don't know why it showed up in my feed all of a sudden, but it was like the Green Goblin and Shocker designs or something, which I'm like, oh, I haven't heard about Spider-Man Lotus in a while.
Yeah, they I don't know, like the costumes were so good for that movie.
Yeah, I saw it. It had a little bit of that like fan film corniness of like pulling it straight from the comics, but a little bit to its own kind of corny downfall of it. But in no way is it bad though. I'm like, holy shit, that looks really good.
Right? Yeah, no, because like they added I feel like it was still comic booky, but it added they added the realism to it.
Yeah.
Still. So, and again with like the Green Goblin costume too, looked awesome.
Yeah.
They even had, they had a battle damage costume too. Like, and yeah, no, there was a lot of the money went into the costuming.
Yeah,
shit.
I can tell at least
like,
that much.
There was, I believe he even had, they showed like pictures of a face shell, like a half face shell for the battle damage suit so that he could pop lenses in. Like it wasn't like glued onto the costume. It was like,
yeah, it's like the panels of the webbing at a certain point snap off.
Yeah, like it was really cool to actually see them like work, like almost pretty much do what they did at the end of the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie where the suit was completely destroyed.
Yeah, just fucked up.
So, I mean, but that's also a lot of money. Like, I guarantee those suits are like $1,000 and shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah, probably more.
Thousands. Special requests and shit like that, like, guaranteed. But, yeah. I mean, Spider-Man Lotus is what it is. I don't know if I'm actually going to watch the movie.
I'll probably watch it when it comes out. Fuck it.
But
I'm not like super one side or another on it.
I think the movie got leaked. Actually, did it get leaked? Movie? I can't remember.
I don't know. I'll check it out if it comes out. But
I'll look into it more. It's a fun topic. Not fun, interesting to see how someone who just wants to make a Spider-Man movie could be such a horrible person.
You could be Avia Rad.
You can. Well, I guess maybe they're like
Amy
related.
Pascal.
They're all related. This guy and Spider-Man Lotus.
He's the bastard child of Avia Rad.
Dude, I believe there was actually like a Kick-Ass fan film came out like shortly after, and they made fun of Spider-Man Lotus.
Oh God.
For that, like, I was like, ooh, all right, that was kind of funny, but
Well, that's a good way to end it off.
Yeah.
I think we covered every possible Spider-Man topic as of recent.
right. I think we're well on our way to be out the door. So
All right, cool.
yeah, how do we end this again?
I think we ended by shouting out our thumbnail artist, nekochin, by I think audysusanto is still our artist that we did for all the banner art shit.
Yep. Thank you guys for doing the artwork, and also thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
if you
thanks
guys
for-
made it to the end.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Our last one we did with Evil Dead got a lot of views.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. We're surprised.
I mean, obviously we're not well known, but
No.
still it climbed higher than usual.
Yeah, it's not like we're looking for views. We're just looking to pass the time.
Maybe we need to make more straightforward titles other than the dumbest shit we can think of. I'm not gonna change the stupid ass thumbnails. I love the way that they look.
I love our thumbnails.
Maybe the title
We do.
can just say like, I think the most out there one was like Pirates in Space.
Yeah.
It was just about reviewing Moonfall and Pirates of the Caribbean. Probably could have got more traction on it if we put like Moonfall review or just Pirates of the Caribbean
Right.
review. Well, you can still keep, again, you can keep the stupid thumbnail, but anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Hit
Yeah.
Bryce up on YouTube. Check his shit out. He just did a My Hero cosplay.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty sick. I stream too at JoeScope01 on Twitch, so
Oh
check
yeah.
it out.
It'll all be down in the description below.
Yep.
Have a good
Y'all
rest of
have
your
a
day,
good one.
guys. Deuces.